Hello, this is Ducky and welcome to another review. Actually, it's my first review. Technically, it's not my first review, it's my second because I did a review back when episode 10 of season 6 of Walking Dead. Technically, yeah, it's my second, but really, it's my first. First official review, and I'm going to be reviewing episode season 2, episode 8 of Fear the Walking Dead. I'm sorry I have a Rick here. I discussed that in my reaction video, why I actually have a Rick here, because there's no pops of Fear the Walking Dead. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go and get started off on this review. During the episode, if you watch my reaction, you can probably tell that I did write down a lot of things, and that is for my review. Yeah, this episode was called Grotesque, and I have the definition right up here on my computer screen, and it means comically or repulsively ugly or distorted. I'm thinking it might be, um, maybe it could. I mean, it could. It most likely is referring to the walkers, but I think that'd be too easy. Maybe it's referring to Nick's past, maybe with his father and stuff, or it could be referring to the drugs infecting his body and stuff. That's what I kind of took from it. That was my main thing, the drugs and the dad thing, because zombies are too easy for that. Yes, I do have Talking Dead playing back here in the background. I'm not even watching it right now. But yes, we're gonna start off from the beginning. Nick starts out with that one girl at the beginning, so not really sure. She was actually from the camp in episode 7, and yeah, so I don't know how he got with her or anything. I didn't really hear anything much about that. Then we got this eye death. Okay, this eye death when there's this group of guys came up to Nick and tried to kill him. Um, well, was about to, and Nick hid, and there's a live guy in his car that was probably eaten or like half eaten probably. And the guys came up to him, and I was like, hey, oh, this guy's gonna live. And they stabbed him in the eye with probably like a crowbar or something metal. They stabbed him in the eye. So that was a pretty awesome death and also very gross. Um, so we got Nick surviving in the wilderness, which was awesome because the beginning of the episode starts out with Nick out in the wilderness drinking his own pee and trying to get juice out of a cactus and eating the inside of a cactus. And then at the end of the episode, you see him in a good shape with a doctor by his side and a new community with fun and play in there. Like, I love those transitions between the episode. Like, I love that. But yeah, he ended up drinking his own pee. I mean, that's what you gotta do if you're out like that, and eating cactus, which I've heard it's possible, and if you cook it right or do something with it right, you guys can tell me down in the comments. Apparently you can eat it, or drink it. Flashbacks. So we got flashbacks this episode, which is awesome, because earlier in the episode, before all these flashbacks, um, we heard a little bit of talk about Nick, and he was talking to his girlfriend in the flashbacks, about his dad. And I was like, we are definitely going to get the reveal of what happened to his dad or who is his dad this episode. And we did. As soon as they mention something that's not usually mentioned, you can pretty much say this is probably going to happen very soon or this episode. But yeah, we got the flashback and we seen his girlfriend, which I actually noticed that is the first zombie that we ever seen in the series. So I think it was the first one because it was the one when Nick woke up in the church and from the drugs and stuff, and he's seen his girlfriend, I guess. Voice crack. He's seen his girlfriend, I guess, and yeah, she was all eaten up and she was a zombie, and that was cool. And then we find out that his dad actually died in a car crash, a head-on car crash, which is very sad. That's very sad. Right there, I just felt so bad because there's all these theories that his dad was Daryl or his dad was somebody from The Walking Dead. I didn't really believe that because they were so far away from the Walking Dead characters, like Georgia and where are they? They were in like over in California time places over in that area. And that's where they were, so there's no way, unless if they traveled. But Daryl grew up in Georgia. He actually told a story about that in The Walking Dead, so I knew that wasn't going to happen. And then Nick's still on walking, still walking, still walking, and he comes up and sits down beside onto a truck, and he's like, man, this sucks. And then these dogs run up to him, and and bites him in the leg. That would hurt. Like, right there, he played himself. Those dogs just devoured his calf, like, right there. And that would have hurt. And then a whole horde of walkers start coming. They eat the dogs. And Nick gets safely up onto a truck, a broken truck. And then we hear a horn and some gunshots, and it leads the walkers away, which is awesome. I'm sorry that I'm calling them walkers. I'm so used to calling them walkers, even though in this show it's called infected. But I most likely am going to call them walkers. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, probably will be calling them walkers. Then we had a little thing when Nick was walking with the walkers a little bit later when he got away from him. He's walking in a horde of walkers with the guts on him, and we had walkers talking. Now, I believe this is definitely a hallucination, because if walkers can talk, I am leaving the show. Like, I will not watch the show again. So they better not talk again. I'm pretty sure it's a hallucination because he had the bite and everything, and he's kind of part of a zombie now because he's like, he's always dressed up as one. He is a monster. He's disguised as one, so it does make sense that he would have hallucinations about him, but I don't know if that's real. Then that army truck group, the three that came back, and they were the ones that was shooting and blowing the horn, most likely. And then that horde of walkers that Nick was in, they start shooting at the walkers. I'm like, uh-oh, they're going to shoot Nick. They don't, and the walkers get to the guys, and they kill two of them, devour both of them, which was insane. And then we see some people peeking through some binoculars, and we see this new girl, Luciana, and her group. So it was Luciana and I think two or three other people, and we got to see them. And Luciana wants to save him because she knows he's alone. I mean, he's out there walking with walkers infected. So she tells her group, we're gonna go out and help him, and one of the guys disagree and tell her no. So yeah. Then we have more with his girlfriend. I forget her name. Put it down in the comments if I'm right or wrong. I'm thinking it was Grace. I don't know if it was actually Grace or not, but I'm very sure it was Grace. But I don't know. Put it down in the comments, please, because I'm not sure if it was Grace or not. And then we had... Oh, yeah, I made a note about this because it was just so good. Like, the makeup that they made for his lips... I don't know, I seen that, and it just... The way they look so chapped. I love that, how they put that, just that little bit of detail in, because if I was ever doing a video or a movie, I would never think of that. And it's a really good detail to put in, and I love the way it looked. Also, it looked amazing. Then he comes by a drugstore and couldn't find the drug for his leg. Hopefully he wasn't looking for, other drugs. Then we get Luciana, and she takes Nick to this new community, this new nice community, and there's a doctor there. Yeah, he gets trapped in a drugstore by them. They came in with the guns, and she said, we have a doctor to help his leg, and they took him to the new community, and the doctor fixed his leg up, putting the alcohol in it, and he was like, ah! But yeah, that would hurt, by the way. Then we had, that's it, pretty much. The episode ended off with the new nice community, and we had, them playing soccer and stuff like that. So, it was a pretty awesome episode. So, at the end of all these reviews, if I do remember, we're going to have a little rating come up right here. This was my rating for this episode. It was a Nick episode, and I really loved it. So, I'm going to give this episode an 8.6. I really love this episode. Now you guys might be thinking, it was a really good episode. Why are you giving it an 8.6? 8.6 is good, okay? Because for good episodes, what would I give it then? If I gave this episode a 9.7, what would I give good episodes? 10? I mean, I could, but it's not far off from these episodes. So I'm gonna say an 8.6, which is really good. 6 or over is good episodes. I mean, we haven't really had a bad episode of Fear the Walking Dead yet, or like slow episodes, but they're all pretty much the same, like kind of action and stuff. They have the same amount of action, all of them, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna start having some season 6 Walking Dead stuff. How they do it there, when they have it kind of like everybody split up, and like some episodes will just be like one character, one group. So I guess they're gonna start doing that more. So probably, I'm guessing probably next episode will be an episode just Madison or just Travis and Chris, like something like that. Like that's how I'm thinking, and they're probably gonna do it now, since they're all split up. Which that's how Walking Dead did in season 6. They did that a lot with like Denise and Daryl and Rosita, like how they went up on the group for an episode. And they're gonna be doing it with season 7 too, with like Tara and Heath and probably. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, this is the review. Come back for next week for the reaction and review. Can't wait for next week. I don't know what the episode title is called. I'm gonna check it and see, but I don't know if I'm doing predictions or anything like that for where because school's starting soon, and I don't know. I'm gonna try my hardest. So leave a like down below, please, because this takes very long to do because of school now, and it's gonna be very hard to do. So this video probably won't have barely any editing or anything, because I'm gonna just upload the review when it's in. So my intro probably wasn't the beginning of the video and anything like that. So yeah, thank you all guys for watching, and yeah, leave a like down below, please, please, please. Write some comments about the episode. How did you like it? What's your rating for the episode out of 10? Yeah, I loved it. But yeah, leave a like down below. Bye!